So welcome to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club this morning. It's Monday. That's what we like to say. Monday, my friends. Good morning. Let us know where you're at in the chat and how the temperature's looking for you out there. I'm going to tell you, in California, Northern California, we're in the mid-70s. Absolutely glorious. Got on the motorcycle this weekend. I had a hankering for some brisket, Steve. I was looking for some brisket, my friend, and I found it.
Let's go.
Yeah, I found some brisket. Found it in Calistoga, California, my friends. Yes, indeed. It was delightful. In fact, I told my cousin when we started the ride, I went with my cousin. I said, I'm looking for brisket. And we knew about the barbecue place. And then when we got there, went up to the part where you order the window where you order, and it said, today's special, brisket.
Perfect. We're here.
I was like, that's it. It's all me, baby. Yeah. So some incredible brisket, some chili beans, some mac salad, some cone bread.
Cone bread.
It was a good Saturday, my friends. I hope you all had a good weekend as well. Hey, if you're here for the first time, be sure to say hello and that you're here for the first time. And we'd like to say good morning to you and just welcome you. And, I don't know. Sometimes I give stuff away. I'm just saying, if you're a first timer, raise your hand. You say something, you might get something. I don't know. Just depends. Depends on my mood. You know what?
Right over there.
It does not depend on my mood. I'm telling you, it's irrelevant. You know whose mood it depends on? Kristen's mood. That's who it depends on.
You know who you should be spotlighting? You should be spotlighting Michael. I'm going to totally butcher this last name.
Okay.
Food. He's got his Loan Officer Breakfast Club shirt on today, and he was very excited about it.
Where are you at? Raise your hand. Oh, Michael.
Got it. I finally wore it. I forgot to last time.
Excellent. Terrific, man. You are going to get a big cheer.
It's Vogue.
Vogue. Sorry.
Vogue. Yeah, I would have blown that too, Kristen. And I'm in the Navy. I'm practically a linguist, so you're okay. So, Michael, how's it going, man? How are you, sir? Where are you located?
I'm in Virginia Beach, and it's great out here. It cooled off a little bit, but not like Wisconsin, where Mandy is, or some of these other
36
places.
degrees in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Little chilly.
No, nicer
chilly
than that, but
yeah.
No, it's great.
Cool, man. Hey, man,
Ready to rock the week?
Good, man. You ready to rock the week? Yeah. Who's stoked about, rates kind of maybe easing up here a little bit? Anybody kind of like thinking, I might be able to do a little something with this? Huh? Oh. Anybody? Yeah, a few people, maybe, kind of, sort of. I see Bruce going, yeah. Yeah. So cool, man. Hey, how about a win from last week real quick before we bring Kevin Broughton on? We got Kevin Broughton in the house, my friends. You know him. We all love him. Mr. Kevin Broughton. We cannot wait to hear from him. So, but let's get to some wins, man. What do you say, Kevin? You good? Just a couple wins before we rock and roll, my friend? Want to hear a couple yourself? Yeah, he does. I do too. So, come on, man. Let's get some wins. Let's go. Break them out.
And who's ready? Who's got the database organized? Who's ready to start making calls? Who's the rates in the database? Who's making calls? Come on.
Come on. And I can sit in awkward silence. It's okay. This is cool, Steve, because I get paid no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
Awkward silence.
I don't care, Doc. It's all good to me. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Murray, give us a win, my friend.
You know what? I have been nurturing this relationship for about a little over a year now with this realtor who had introduced me to this developer. And so they had a home fair in this little town here in South Georgia over the weekend. So I went out there on Saturday, and I walked away with almost 50 leads.
Wow.
What? Hold on. What?
Yeah. I mean,
50 leads.
Just under 50 leads.
Dang, dude.
Yep. It's a nice problem to have, huh?
Hey,
Who's gonna pay all those
about that.
taxes?
What do you mean 50 leads? So walk us through that.
Yeah.
Well, these are people that are interested in buying homes. They were at this home fair, and there was the developer. A couple of developers made presentations about their products. Homes they were building, and these people have gone. Some of them have gone through a process with the city where they're training them and getting them prepared for home ownership.
Okay.
This is just getting started on it. And
Dude,
so
that's great. So today you're going to follow up. Is that what the plan is?
absolutely. Today I'm going to
Yeah.
follow up, follow up all week, all year, whatever it takes.
I love it.
Get them pre-approved and if they're not ready yet, get them ready.
So did you have a booth there, Asa, or were you just a spectator? Were you just walking in, just
No, they
harassing people?
They allowed me to have a table there, and so I had flyers made up, and I just stood there and walked and talked the whole time.
Dude, that's cool. What it cost you to get in there?
Oh, about nothing.
About nothing? Oh, that's good. So yeah, we're gonna give you that. About nothing. Yeah, that's great.
That's a great amount.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, thank
Just
goodness. Because if it was any more than that, then forget about it. You know what I'm saying?
3-hour drive there, a 3-hour drive back, and 3 hours there at the event. So
Wonderful,
that
man.
was my
Awesome.
Saturday. Yeah.
Awesome. Great stuff, man. Thanks for the win. That's huge.
Asa.
Huge.
Right, sorry to cut in. Asa, if you show up on the customer support call today for the CRM, we got a workflow in there specifically for those leads. So if you want, we can get that all set up for you and get that launched out. That way it's just dripping on them.
Of course you do, Chris. You got everything.
Man,
love it. Thank you.
Your weekend just keeps getting better and better, Asa.
No, right?
Dang, dude.
I'm surrounded by the right folks.
All right, cool. Hey, well, let's go ahead and get to Tanya Brown. Tanya, come on.
I just locked my 8 loan closing in April on Friday.
Golly, man.
Yes.
Wow.
So.
Congratulations, man. I'm gonna
Yes.
get you, girl.
Because my goal, last year I helped 43 people, and this year I was like going to go big and help 96. So if I can keep this pace, I should be pretty close to my goal. So
wonderful, man. Golly, good stuff. Congratulations. Big wins all the way around. Well, let's get to them. I just, I can't wait any longer. And speaking of Georgia, I think he might have something to say about that, but we're going to bring up Mr. Kevin Broughton. Kevin, you are traveling, my friend. Where are you and what's going on? Give us the goods.
I am in the Metro Detroit airport, so I'm sorry it's not an ideal place for my chat today, just simply because I'm not like in the lounge or anything, but I'm heading to I'm going to the Masters tomorrow. So I'm going to be one day at Augusta National, and I got very lucky that a dear friend of mine who's a Freedom Club guy at another company was kind enough to invite me. So I'm really excited.
That's going to be killer, man. Good stuff.
If you're a golf guy, going to the Masters is a big deal.
Yeah. Cool, man. What you got for us today, man?
Frank, I was just sitting here thinking, you and I chatted briefly last week about could I do Monday and not Tuesday? And I was thinking how great that is. I love Monday mornings. And I was thinking, because think about right this minute, for every single person on this call, we're at the first week of Q2, right? Everyone on the call. It's Monday morning, no matter where you are right now. It's Monday morning. And rates have, for the first time in a long, long while, who's felt a tailwind in our industry since January of 2022? I haven't. So I've been 39 months without anything kind of blowing our way and helping us. But for the first time in a long time, the truth is we are getting a little help. Question is, what the heck are we going to do about that? We can sit around and say, rates are a half point better than they were, a full point better than they were 3 months ago. That's not going to get anyone on this call $1 in their pocket. It's not going to help one client they have if they sit around and talk to each other about it. The time is today. Today is the day to get up and take action. And what I love, obviously, I say this every single time I'm on here, what I love about this group is obviously that it's a community based in goodness and kindness, but it's also a community of doers. And if you're new to this group and you want to balance on a chair and pray to the Lord that the phone might ring or live on a drug of hopium, you are going to be sadly, mistakenly disappointed in your outcomes. It's not going to happen. People are not going to line up at your door to say, I heard on the news rates might have come down a half point. Can I get a mortgage? So the question is, what are you doing today to create, keep, or grow a client? Because there is no other job. I don't care who's on this call. If you're in sales, if you believe you're the president and CEO of Me Inc., you have no other job. So the question is, What action are you going to take today? And today's Realtor Day, right? Today's Monday.
Yep.
So you've got 2 hours today. If you subscribe to Call Stars, which if you don't, I think you're crazy. But if you do, you have 2 hours to make a difference in the life of a realtor. I have a guy in my office who on Friday was sitting down with me, and he closed on a loan Friday for 190 grand, which is obviously a smaller loan amount in today's day and age. But the gentleman bought the house all in for $1,893 is what he showed up with at closing through the Michigan Department of Housing and Urban Development. But $1,893 out of his pocket. This guy bought a $190,000 house. He makes 105 grand as the chief custodian at a big hospital. Every single one of us has people in our community like that. There's no one on this call that could convince me that they cannot go out and find a client today. There's not one. I won't believe it. Because every single one of us has an opportunity to pick up the heaviest thing on the planet some days, this phone, and to make a difference in someone's life. One little thing I do every day, I got a to-do list. More importantly, I have a don't-do list. Both of them are on the same piece of paper, but there's also one sentence at the bottom of the page, and it says, the person I helped the most today is X, and there's just a blank line. I can't go home every single day until I filled in that one line. So if you didn't help someone make a difference in their life today, you can't go home. That means you got to work till midnight. You got to work till midnight, because every single person on this call can make a difference in someone's life today. If you're going to be the garden variety loan officer, phone headset jockey in some town, just pitching some rate that they may or may not have, that's not moving the needle. Most people on this call, not everybody, but most, are belly to belly, face to face, full contact, purchase driven loan officers, and that's what our job is. So you have a choice today. You can do nothing and you're going to get nothing, or you can get up after this call, go to Call Stars, do your 2 hours of calls, and then go make it full contact. My favorite person in the mortgage industry, I'm not going to say her name, but she's an incredible human being, and every day she tries something. Some of the stuff she tries is outlandish, crazy, and doesn't work, but this lady tries something every single day. On Friday, she had 7 different face-to-face appointments with groups, with people, with realtors, with financial advisors, all sorts of different people, happy hour, this, that, and everything. And that's her every day. And it's no wonder she closed like 5.6 million last month. She closed like 6.6 million in February. This lady's incredible, but it's all day, every day, full contact. So the real message for today is what an opportunity we have. We get to work in an industry where we can earn more than the average doctor. Everyone on this call, the average doctor in America made $223 last year. And we all can smoke that if we choose to. Number one. Number two, it's the first part of Q2. Number three, there's tailwinds in our industry for the first time in over 3 years. And number four, it's Monday morning. If those aren't 4 good reasons to get off your butt and do something as soon as this call's over that makes a difference in someone's life, then that's okay. But please don't say you're serious about making a living in our industry, because you're not. Because we each have an obligation to ourselves, to our families, to our companies, to whoever else we're accountable to make a difference, to go out there now. We cannot wait. As soon as these rates, if they inch lower, every single aggregator in this country will be calling your database if they aren't already doing it this morning. Every single one of them. What are you doing to combat that? I don't want to say any company names, but I think we're all familiar with a very large company that might happen to be headquartered in the city I live in. If you think they're not on the phones every hour of every day, if you don't think they have software that can tell you what they think every single borrower in this country's most likely interest rate is based on the time that they got their mortgage, you're nuts. And they are calling like crazy. My business partner had dinner with the guy that put together a big deal, probably the largest deal announced in the last 10 years in the real estate and mortgage space. It was announced 2 weeks ago. I don't want to say company names, but he had dinner with him. He said, we're making our guys double down on calls every single hour of every single day. Overtime mandatory, work. And why are they doing that? Because they know that most people are not great at building rapport and relationships with their own database. They also know that last year, 79% of everyone that got a mortgage says they got it from the first person they spoke to. So sometimes you don't have to be best, but you do have to be first. And with what access we all have nowadays, think of this Chris Johnstone thing that we all can be participating in if we would just invest a little bit of money and a little bit of effort and time. Think of all of the things your companies have I know our company has some insane technology. If you use it, you can get to your client first, and you can get to them with a message of value that they want to hear. They don't want to do it with the servicer. They want to work with you. But get to them, get full time, get involved, get full contact. And today's the day. Time is of the essence. We cannot wait. If you're serious, if you want to do 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20 transactions closed every month, the day is today. And that's why I love that you asked me to be on for Monday morning, because Monday morning is the best morning of the week. It sets the tone for everyone. It gives you an absolute chance to do something special, or it can put yourself behind the 8 ball. If you like loaf it today, if you look at your truth score today and your truth score sucks, then you're fighting uphill every single minute starting Tuesday morning. I hate fighting uphill. I'd rather go downhill. It's a hell of a lot easier. So make today the most important day of the week. Go out and do something that's going to absolutely change the results of your economic picture, because for everyone on this call, it's a choice. It is an absolute choice. You can choose to do nothing. You can choose to complain about things you can't control. You can choose to stay busy, which I hate, or you can choose to be productive. And it's a pretty damn simple choice. But every single person on here gets to make it every single day. And why not make it on a Monday morning? So I don't have much more, Frank. I just love Monday mornings. I love the fact that I'm part of this community. And I love the fact that everyone on here has a choice to be great today if that's what they so desire.
You know what I got out of that, Steve?
Tell me what you got, bud.
Oh, hi, Carl.
I tell you what I got out of that. He said his favorite person in the mortgage industry, she, and then fill in the blank. So that kind of rules out me and you as being his favorite mortgage person. That's what I got out of that. I'd say Jen.
I thought we were his favorite, and I thought it was equally.
Hi, Carl. I didn't even see you on there, Carl. How are you?
Well, that's why you're spouting off about your favorite person, she.
Yeah.
So,
man.
That's that something interesting that Kevin brought up when we were talking in the green room is that to go into the Masters, they literally take your cell phone away from you. Like you cannot be in possession of a cell phone when you're participating as a spectator at the match. I didn't know that, and I could sure you can understand that. This is playing the top professionals playing at the highest level possible. You're about to tee off of a green. You don't want some crazy phone ringing in the background just as you're in your backswing. You know what I mean? Because they have to have absolute focus, and they can't be distracted by anything. But what a great benefit for the participants too, the spectators, right? Think about that, being able to just go in and unplug from literally everything. You paid to be at the Masters, you're at the Masters, and now you are literally being forced to enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
I got a question. Yep. I got a question. I hope this isn't going down the wrong bunny trail here, but hey, if everybody, and this is a real question, a non-judgmental question. What is the number one thing that you're currently doing that in your work? What's like in your work day? Let's say it that way. In your work day, what's one thing that you're doing that come to find out it's more of it's keeping you away from where you're wanting to go, as opposed to taking toward where you want to go? Maybe what's the number one thing you're doing that's holding you back? And it's not, well, I'm not doing this, not that, but what am I currently doing that if I was to stop and focus on this other thing, I'd move the needle for me more.
David Brown said submitting loans.
Yeah, I get it.
Into problem files.
Yep.
Social media.
Micromanaging. Peer rejection. Pre-approvals.
Necessary business work.
Texting oldrealtor.com leads. Boy, there's a good one.
Yeah.
Turn my emails off. Good stuff. Following up with documents. Yeah.
I see distractions. You know what I mean? It's distraction. Which is kind of where I was going with the phone thing. It's like it really needs to be in our thought process with our calls today. It needs to be distraction free. You know what I mean? Really focused on those 2 hours.
Well, and I just want to point out too here that like Kevin, a lot of times the loan originators, they have a hard time letting go of certain pieces. So even if they had somebody that would, handle the distractions or things like that, they tend to jump in. So it's really important to stay in your lane. Kevin's ability to be able to be away from his phone for an entire day is because he has the right team in place that allows him, the team still goes. And Kevin, I mean, we love you, Kevin. We need you, but like you can do that because you have trust in somebody else that can pick up and take things and run with it. So it allows you
But
freedom.
Krista, it's a great point, Kristen. And if you've ever heard my little belief on the 4 S's, every single person on this call got into the industry for survival. They needed a job to pay a bill, to eat, to drive a car, to pay rent, right? And then everyone on this call turned their job, which is survival, into a career, which is stability. Only about 10% turn their career into a business, which is success. And then less than 1% turn their business into a calling, which is significance. So we're on this ladder. And yeah, you're right. Thankfully, we have a business, me and you, because you can take off. That doesn't change the outcome. I can
Right.
take off a day, one day, and that doesn't change the outcome. So to me, it's about that. It's about ramping up your career into a business. A business generates revenue in your absence. And you can only do that if you've built the foundational building blocks for that to occur. So, maybe we could talk about that one day, someday. But anyhow, I appreciate what you said. I do have to board this plane, and I just thank you for this community, Frank, for your willingness to do this every single day. I think is unbelievable. And for Carl and Steve for setting it up, and then everyone behind the scenes that makes this go. I still can't believe it's free. I say it every single day. I just don't. I don't know how you guys do it, but I love it, and I'm grateful every day to be able to be part of it. So thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a fun-filled, energy-packed day filled with high contact, high touch, everything. Go out and do it.
So Kevin, let me make sure I got this right. You're at the airport.
Yes.
You're at the gate.
Yes.
And you're listening over your laptop.
Yes.
He's got a.
You're my hero, Carl. You are my hero.
Where are you heading to, buddy?
I'm going to Augusta, Georgia, to go to the Masters.
My man, Augusta, Georgia. That's beautiful there.
Masters golf tournament.
Little tiny town, just absolutely gorgeous. Have you been there?
Invited by a Freedom Club member.
Wow, it's beautiful there.
It's my bucket list. I told the guy it was my bucket list, and the guy said, "I'm going to make your bucket list item come true." And he's a Freedom Club member who's not at our company.
Good for you. Who is it?
I'll tell you offline.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
All right, Kevin. Thank you. Thank you. See you, bud. Always a pleasure, my friend. I know, Carl. Who is it? Because I got a bucket list.
Yeah. See, now I'm wondering. Now I'm wondering who is she. That's where I'm going here. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, I'm just kidding.
Oh, well, good stuff. Well, hey, man, we got about 4 or 5 minutes till the top of the hour. And Carl, you got anything you want to?
Yeah. So
talk about? Yeah.
So the question comes: how do you get rid of these distractions?
Yeah.
Like we know what they are.
Yeah.
And so, man, I tell you, Chauncey, you hit it. It's time blocking. You know what? But it even goes further than that. It's that darn D word.
What's the D word? Hey, because you know what I thought about? Half of the challenge is we're so accustomed to being busy that it's almost uncomfortable getting rid of the busy work because it's like, okay, what do I do now? And I think that's half the battle is that, I've like the more you get off your plate, now it's like, hey, well, I'm used to going to get that, and I'm used to doing conditions, and I'm used to doing that. So now I trust them, but it's a little weird. Now I got to figure out, okay, am I going to use that time to go prospect and get more? I think that's some of the battle.
Yeah, so I think you're right, Steve. I think it's probably a good portion of discipline.
Yeah.
And then the other would be creative avoidance. Creating reasons to avoid the prospecting, which is why this coming Wednesday, we're doing a Call Stars Blitz again. And on this one, we're gonna speak to 50 people on Wednesday that can refer us business. The average person that reported back, and Steve, you might have the exact number, but if I remember right, the average referrals per person that reported in was it 5.7?
Oh, you mean all the
From
way
the
down?
referrals?
I
Yeah, it was
don't
5
remember
point.
all
Yep.
the way down to
Yeah,
the bottom
it was
number.
5.7. So the average person got 5.7 referrals on that one day. And again, these are referred referrals. And so we're talking typically about, closing ratio of about 1 out of 4, give or take maybe 1 out of 5. So the average person on that day got at least one loan that we would expect to be closed. So yes, Thatcher.
Oh, I just was going to mention to the group before we all left, as a little motivation, although I think, carrot is always better than the stick. But I got 2 calls this weekend from servicers of properties that I own asking me if I needed to refinance or
Wow.
want to refinance.
Yeah.
There you go.
Figure.
There you go.
That was a little bit of a wake-up call.
Yeah.
I'm not calling people, somebody else is.
That's right. That's right.
And they're not calling if you don't, they're calling anyway.
Yeah, they're calling.
Right. And so, that thing, and Thatcher, you hit dead on the nail. I think a lot of times we hesitate calling, well, I don't want to bug them. I don't want to bother them. Well, somebody is, right? Somebody's doing that activity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, so on this,
they call me on the weekend.
What day is it?
Saturday evening at like 6. It's Sunday morning.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah. They don't, that's the best time to call.
You know why they called you, Thatcher? You know why they called you? They want to close a loan.
Because they know
that's why they called you. They want to close a loan. Yeah. They want to make more money. Yeah. So
that's what it is.
Hey, so the Call Stars Blitz. We're talking to 50 people. These are people that can refer you business. It's Wednesday, right? Is it Wednesday? Do I have that right?
16th.
It's the 16th.
Wait, is that Wednesday?
It's next following Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
So not this coming Wednesday, but the next.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. Yeah. So
feel free to call to talk to 50 this Wednesday.
Yeah. So and we're going to use a script to get more referrals, and as an option B, we're going to use a script to ask for more reviews. And we're finding the leads that we get off of Google reviews is actually pretty darn good. So, and we'll be sending out a message for the members here I think it's sometime this afternoon. Or let's say tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to get a message, and we're going to do a meeting, and we're going to talk about, all right, here's the script, and here's what you do, and here's how you get ready, and so we're going to have like a little pre-game huddle. But we'll have an email going out later this afternoon to tell you exactly when that is. So for members, make sure you're on the Call Stars Blitz. It's a great way to insert a shot of discipline in your day. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, it's going to be epic, man. It's going to be epic. If you want to learn more about that, you can go to joinmmacallstars.com. Joinmmacallstars.com. Am I right, ladies? Is that the right link? I hate saying it when I don't really. Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. So if we could drop that in the chat, that'd be great. Join MMAcallstars.com. We'll fill you in on what's going on, Mortgage Marketing Animals, and being able to get on that Call Stars event because it's going to be absolutely epic. So
you've been riding, Frank?
I rode Saturday for brisket, my friend, in Calistoga, and I did get it. It was delightful.
Calistoga. That sounds like a rash. Doesn't that sound like a rash?
Well,
dude, I got a little Calistoga over the
weekend.
weekend. I don't know where I got
rash.
it from. I swear it.
Listen, that is the nicest rash you could ever hope to have, my friend. Trust me.
Little penicillin, you get rid of that Calistoga there, buddy. So,
no, had a little brisket, my friend. It was great. Yeah, it was good. It was beautiful, 73 degrees.
Not as good as Texas barbecue, but we'll settle.
Oh, please.
I would say, all kidding aside, I would say the best barbecue is Carolina barbecue. That little vinegar-based stuff. I do. I love good old Carolina barbecue.
All right. Well, let's
Memphis
open that up in the chat. Let's debate it.
All right, drop in the chat.
Where's the best barbecue? Come on.
Let's see. Memphis dry rub. Memphis dry rub's pretty good. Which one, Therese?
Carolina barbecue.
Carolina barbecue. I'm telling you, if you've never had it.
I don't know that I've had Carolina barbecue.
Oh, buddy.
I've had the Texas barbecue and I've had the Carolina barbecue, and honestly, I prefer Carolina barbecue.
Yeah, I have to say so.
Yeah,
the Texas is that real thick, pasty kind of.
Hey, don't be talking thick and pasty. Come on, bro.
But that Carolina barbecue, man, it is. It's really, really good.
All right.
The only thing is,
look for that.
On Carolina barbecue, they instead of pulling it, they chop it. And Teresa, I'm not a fan of the chopped. I prefer a little bit of Texas and a little bit of Carolina. The Texas cut but the Carolina barbecue sauce is
and it all really comes together beautifully in Napa, California. In all honesty, it does.
Yeah, you drink enough wine, I guess.
Yeah. That's where it all comes together. Hey, so look, guys, today's Monday, right? We're calling our agents today. Who we calling first? Our Focus 40 agents that are already given us business. Milk the cows that are on the farm. Start there. Check in. See how they're doing. See if they're working with anybody this week you can help. Ask for the business. Then go to the people that we've met with, the realtors we've had meetings with. We haven't gotten any deals out of them yet. We're checking in, seeing if they got a deal. Ask them if they've got somebody we can help. Then we're going to stock the bench, right? We're going to fill the bench with more candidates. We're going to go out and talk to realtors about having an appointment with them, getting to meet them, getting to know them. It's a great day. There you go. Your day's planned. You got at least a 2-hour time block today, all figured out for yourselves. How easy is that? How easy is that, Carl?
A little bit of discipline. You know what the secret to discipline is?
What?
Having a wingman.
Mm-hmm.
See, when I answer to Kristen, it's a different game. Frank, when I answer to you, when I answer to Steve, it's a different game. It is just a different game because I know Kristen's counting on me. Chris and I talk about this all the time, like we're wingmen to each other, or wing people, however you say it, But I'm counting on her, and I know she's counting on me, so I got to show up because she's counting on me.
That's right.
And it's just amazing how that works.
And she has no problem letting you know.
Oh, I'm telling. Yeah, she seems all nice and she's got a finger poke. Like a Marine drill sergeant. I'm just telling you, So
right to the forehead.
True story. On Friday, I was texting Carl something, and I said, "I'll be your wingman any day," and he texted me back, and he said, "What did you say?" He called me Maverick. It was a Top Gun reference. He said, "Loud and clear, Maverick."
Goose.
Loud and clear, Maverick. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. All right, guys. Well, let's go get it. Who's going to get on them calls today, man? Let's see. Raise a hand. Come on, man. Let's get on them calls. Let's talk about it tomorrow. We're going to go over wins first thing, man. Oh, you know what we got tomorrow? Candace McField. She's a health coach, right? She's a health coach.
No way.
Yeah. And you know how we're so busy. We're always behind the desk in front of the computer. It's just so tough for us to get some exercise in for a lot of us, right? A lot of us don't have the discipline to get up at, real early and do it every time. But she's got some things that she can help us with that can kind of keep us moving through the day, even as we're working. So that's going to be pretty cool, right? That's cool. That's going to be pretty cool. So
what's her name again?
Candace McField.
How'd you meet her?
I don't remember, but we had her on about a year ago, or it might have been 2. Yeah, we had her on, and she was super cool, and she's just got some great insights. So that's going to be really. We thought it would be kind of nice to have a little different twist here.
Yeah, if you're not healthy, you don't close any loans.
That's true.
Dead people don't close loans.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, it's weird like that. They try, but they can't. All right, you guys have a great day. We'll catch up with you here tomorrow. Loan Officer Breakfast Club, my friends. Thanks for joining us. As always, we'll see you tomorrow. Candace McField going to be here and keep us a little healthy. That ought to be fun. All right, you guys. See you later. Adios. Bye-bye.
Have a great day, everybody.